From the Library of Congress in Washington, D.C.
Good morning, everybody. Thank LOC for giving me chance to be here to learn from all of you and to have something from from me to share to all of you. When I was 17 years old, I wanted to be a novelist. So at that time, I sent up my life to our life to get capital for writing. And 2 years in the society, I saw lots of bad things. So I found another way to become a university student. And when I was 21, I set my life target to become Prime Minister to change Vietnam. But after 1 year, after a shock, when I find a way to have a mental woman to take her home, but I solve problem with a lot of people, but only one student helped me. So I got shocked. After taking her home, I decided to become a library revolutionary to change Vietnam. So here's I want to show what I have been doing. When I decided to become a library revolutionary, I make a lot of interview and to see that in Vietnam, the rural children did not have book for reading, and school library is very poor or poorly operational. So that's why we have this number. Now, here is the first is my survey, and the other is from the government. Here is a very aftermath of our society. So that I took 10 years to build our theory for the revolution with my own money, and then I developed a civil library system. With the first one is the clan library. We based on the clan, a big family in Vietnam, have the same ancestor to build library. And now a lot of clan in Vietnam replicate the model after they see it on newspaper, on TV. And very successful model is the parent-funded library. We know in Vietnam, more than 80% of people come from rural area, and they are farmers. And they have a very low income, only 50 or 100 US dollar per month per person. So I use a design model that the low-income parent can contribute only 2 or 3 US dollar per year to start the library. And then their children can read about more than 50 books. Only one, no chance for reading, but they shake hands together and small money, and they have a big money to develop library in the classroom. And this model become very now kind of famous in Vietnam. A lot of social members shake hands to build it, and parents build it. And the third one is private library. We have in Vietnam have about 7 million citizens is a Jesuit follower. So we build that structure to build library. So in coming years, it's about I promise that about 1 million Jesuit children have a book, because I will advocate the Catholic system to do that. And I also built the backfront military officer library, because in rural area, the military officer and police and his wife teacher have a good stable income. So we develop this so that there are many family they build library for your children and villagers to read it. Here achievement. I think now it's easier not easy to count the number of library increase daily, and now more than 20,000 libraries already built, and the number is increasing very rapidly. And about 300,000 Vietnamese and overseas Vietnamese engaged in building. And many people from America contribute money to build it. And now more than 1 million rural readers have a benefit from our system. And here's a very big number for me. Number of books borrowed by rural students had increased from 0.5 to books per year to 10 to 30 per year. Yeah. Because when the library in the classroom, the reading, very easy for them to read and to access it. And many parents in rural area now they read book for their children. It's never before. 2 libraries model included in the government system. Ministry of Education and Ministry of Culture already got 2 models into that system. So we have NGO and UNESCO Prize in 2009 and last year. And now we develop STEM education. It's an American model. So we make a recycle STEM in rural area. Yeah. Here's the Deputy Prime Minister work with me. And we will develop the system faster and faster. Ongoing work, we are building a master plan to attract 10 million children to use lucky money to build library. And yearly, about 15 million US dollar the year out of for the children in the New Year. It's traditional taste in Vietnam. And I am trying to learn reading encouragement strategy from US organization for adapting and applying Vietnam. And I also developing reading encouragement model to apply both in school and in the community. So it's my desire, my ambition again. In 2015, I worked about 4 million footsteps to raise awareness for the Vietnamese people and to advocate the policy for the Vietnam. And now it's already success. So I want to use my footsteps, the power of footsteps, to walk around the world to make a kind of global campaign for reinforcing right to read for the world children. So I'm very happy today to say Perham book from India here. So I want to work in other countries to raise funds for local library organizations such as Perham book, classroom, desire to devote the rest of my life to the world children. You see that 2 million children in India cannot own a book because of the God. It's a figure from the man, Perham book. So I hope that I have only one eye, one blind already. So I hope that before the remain blind, I have a chance to walk around the world to raise problem about reading lack of reading for your children, lack of book for children, and I hope that we all here shake hands to make a change in the international scale to have the old children have a book to read. As you know, UNESCO report that there are more than 7 more than 750 million children, people in the world illiterate. So we should shake hands to keep it down, right? So it's starting from building library for the children. So I hope that next year in 2008, the Perham book and we will shake hands together. I can work in the country about 1,000 kilometers from Mumbai to New Delhi to raise awareness and to call in the Indian people to shake hands to replicate the model. The model very, very excellent. So thank you again.
This has been a presentation of the Library of Congress. Visit us at loc.gov.